everyone. Welcome back to Affinity Stream Podcast. I am Contrell, joined as always by Sarah and Riley. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Great. Awesome. Today's movie is called El Correo, The Courier. How do you say it in Spanish?
It's real.
El Correo, The Courier, 2024, rated R, runtime of 1 hour, 42 minutes. And if you have not seen this movie, spoilers are ahead. The movie seemed longer than 1 hour and 42 minutes, but what are you going to do? A hustler navigates the treacherous landscape of Spain's real estate boom. Were you there for that real estate boom, Sarah?
For what?
Were you in Spain during the 2002 real estate boom?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
And how was it? Was it great?
What? I'm positioning myself.
Is that what caused y'all to hate the tourists?
No.
No, okay.
That's another problem.
That's another problem. All right. Before we get started talking about this movie, guys, please join us on our social accounts that Sarah so graciously keeps up for us. We are on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. We are at Affinity Streaming Podcast.
You're so sassy, Jesus. What did I do?
I'm sorry.
You're not.
I'm not. Let's talk about this movie directed by Daniel Carpasoro. It's currently streaming on Netflix. Released in Spain, January 9th.
On Netflix?
Netflix. It's currently streaming on Netflix. Right?
Yeah.
And it's released in Spain on January 9th, 2024. Starring Arón Piper as Ivan. Critics, Ivan. Rotten Tomatoes critic score of 33.
Wow.
Audience score of 71. But a 5.5 on Film Affinity. Sarah, tell us about this movie. You picked it. It was from your country. Let's go.
I just picked it because I want to also promote Spanish films. But that was just okay. I like a lot the idea. What happened to your glasses? I like the idea a lot, but I think it was bad executed. I think the writing wasn't great. The acting was average, maybe above average, but I feel like there was no climax. Everything happens kind of slowly, and it just ends them being caught, and which is fine. Is what happened. At the same time, is you see that there's so much wrong happening, and nothing is you have no repercussion, or the repercussions are so little. So that's why they kept doing it, which it was very bad because I didn't suffer it because I was I was still being maintained by my parents, but kind of. So I kind of but at the same time I felt it a lot with all the businesses. I had friends that their parents were maybe their houses, they were about to lose their house. It was bad. It was really bad, which I like the movie because they portraying that, and it hit different because I know everything about it. But they didn't portray well the suffering that people had. I think or the financial, how bad was it. It's just this guy that's kind of cool, that he thinks that has a good ideas, and that's what at the end his good ideas put him in jail. But you're just seeing this guy having these good ideas, trying to cheat the system, and joining the bad party that's the rich people, and that's it, and party. They can
I was confused. Was I supposed to be rooting for him to succeed, or
the what?
Was I supposed to be rooting for him to succeed?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't. The movie was not. I didn't feel for anything. I wanted to be the bad people, be more bad, feel that they're bad, but you're just they just get away with everything, and you just feel okay with it, Well, I don't, but at the same time it's bah, they didn't have that's what happened. They didn't have a big repercussion until everything exploded, until the investigation started. So Yeah, it's very sad.
What'd you think, Rylan?
I don't think the movie was done well at all. I thought it was like everything was just fine and it was very boring and like there wasn't very much like I watched it and I was like, okay, like that did nothing. Like Sarah was saying like what they were trying to portray about like the economic crisis and stuff, like if they wanted to portray a message about that, they failed. They didn't do anything good to portray that. If that's what they were trying, I didn't feel bad for Spain. I didn't feel bad for the people. Like I felt nothing because I don't think they portrayed anything very well. It was just all kind of boring. And you just watch this guy go around and do this and party and like you don't even feel anything for him. Like the only person in the entire movie I ever felt anything for was his mom. Because, like, she, like, had, like, some compassion and, like, maybe his dad a little, too, but he wasn't.
Yeah, they tried to portray everything, but in a bad way. Because there was, like, the family that is struggling, which it happened, or, like, the dad that he got this investment, like, that everyone was doing that, like, in, like, getting credits from the bank, and then he was screwed up because all what happened, right? Because the public money was gone. And they had that figure. They had the figure that they take advantage of it. They took advantage of it as this guy. They got the figure that is like the rich people, like making even more, like being more greedy. And the police like just appears like at kind of the very end. You see like some frames of them like investigating or following people, but doing nothing. So you just have a little piece of everything, but nothing to like you cannot relate to anything. Also, like the romance, like the Maria Pedraza, I think is there because of the name, because her plot, like her role, it was very minimal. Like, why you put that story? It's kind of like silly and not. It doesn't contribute to the story.
Is she a famous person?
Oh, she's very
okay.
Well. Arón Piper and Maria Pedraza are very famous.
Okay.
Yeah. Control. What do you think?
It was fine. I didn't love or hate it. It didn't, like you said, it didn't move me in any way. Like I felt nothing. Like I felt no emotion towards it. Like even like I was trying to pick out my favorite scene, and nothing stood out to me. Like nothing from.
I think I have to say something good about it. I feel like the cinematography, it was well done. If you don't know how you realize it, but they try to portray this greediness with all these like green filters. Like all of the images were like dyed in green. So that was a choice. And also like when he was traveling, I feel like there were some shots that were like very well done. Like when he was like driving or with all the lights, and when they were partying, all these lights and sound. I think like those cinematographically that's appealing. But the story and the plot was very weak. But
yeah,
the images were fine. Were good.
I think at the end when they were like tying in real news footage with like the movie, I felt like that was maybe a little bit. It's like I enjoyed that a lot more than most of the other movie.
That one actor was very good. Like the actor that you don't maybe didn't pick the accent, but the guy that they're like blackmail. The old guy, that the blonde blue eye guy,
I gets peed on.
Yes, that yeah. That he's a very good actor. He's the best. So yeah, I have to say, like, also he was like very good at there too.
Was he Jose Manuel? Is that the guy you're talking about? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So did you guys have favorite scenes, favorite moments, favorite anything?
The only thing that I would pick is the first time that they did like the driving sequence for how that was filmed, and like it kind of just like flashing through quickly. I thought it was pretty cool, and I was like, oh, that's something different. Like I wonder how they filmed that, if they just like took images and shot them together and compiled it in that way. But there wasn't really a scene specifically. It was just that, and then they also did that technique like 5 more times, and then I got like sick of it.
Nice.
They did it like 2. They did it like 2.
Like every time he was in the car. It was like at least 4 times total. I was just like,
I don't know. Like,
did you have a
like cool concept?
Did you have a favorite scene, Sarah?
Yes, I feel like I wanted to see if Iron Piper could cry on camera, which I think like the scene that when they say, the mom calls like your dad is dead, and he goes home, and I just show one, but and it's not like very like like impactful, but I think that was one of the real ones that I will believe in, and also another one that he gets angry to his dad, very angry. So I feel that that one, acting wise, it felt like true. So
Like he was too angry.
no,
I was
that
like,
no.
dude, you just
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he exploded too fast at his dad.
I'm telling you that that can be normal in Spain. Like people get angry and can be loud. We are loud.
Loud and angry. I don't know what you mean. I don't know any Spanish people that are loud and angry.
I changed my mind. My favorite scene, which is the only time that I laughed throughout the whole movie, which also this movie was noted as a comedy. I don't know why. It's listed if you look at the genre. It's like a comedy, like thriller comedy or whatever. And I was like,
How is it
how?
I don't think I laughed once. Yeah.
Well, maybe one line made me laugh, which was like when the French lady was like, or maybe it was Ivan, but they were like, "Why does
Ivan.
Spanish talk so loud?"
Yeah, that's yeah, they were like these two together.
The only time I laughed.
They were in the restaurant. Yeah. So favorite character. I don't know how famous this lady is. Laura Sepul. She played like the older mentor lady who had the husband, and he was like
The French lady.
the lady. Yeah. Is she French? Yeah, she's from Belgium. Anna Marie. She,
Right.
yeah, she was mentoring him and sleeping with him, but I felt like she was good, and she eventually turned him in at the end. Spoilers ahead. But
Yeah, no, she was her acting was good. Maria Pedraza, her acting was good, but unnecessary. Iron Piper had like moments, good and bad. Like at the beginning, when he was like talking to the French lady, I was like, dude, like you barely rehearsed those lines. What is happening? Like the Yannick, the friend.
Yannick, yeah.
He was bad.
I'm so happy
You were bad.
like that young people had these opportunities because that but at the same time I'm like, I don't know, like I think they put him there because one is handsome and two
He's handsome.
he's fighting
Yeah, but they didn't use him at all. They said, oh, he's a badass, and then he never got in a fight.
and when he fight once, like they look real, so I think they hired him because he looked real doing those things, but talking it was really bad.
His talking was bad. I watched it dubbed, so I'm not sure how his acting in
It was weird. I mean,
real life was.
but also I think that because the dialogue was sometimes was a little like meh. Sometimes it's hard to act those lines, So I don't know. I mean, the compilation. It wasn't the best.
So, who was your favorite character? Actor.
I mean, if you're picking like actor, I'll go with the Jose Manuel guy.
Yeah,
because like no one else, or the mom. I don't remember what her.
¿Cómo se llama? Era Ocaña, el otro.
Like,
espera.
The Jose Manuel was like the crooked politician, right? The crooked politician that was. Yeah.
I don't know. The mom's not even listed on here, but the mom.
Yeah, the dad too was pretty good.
Yeah, like they were both like good acting. The rest were very okay.
It felt rushed. Everything. It felt slow. It felt rushed, like it was so boring. It felt slow, like it felt rushed, like everything, like explaining. Like I feel like they didn't take advantage of like the time that they used for the film.
So what would you have changed?
The writing for sure. The plot needs to be
the point of view.
A lot.
The point of view.
Like you need to give more than I think just this guy's perspective, because that meant nothing. And like, if you're talking about this whole economic crisis, like maybe actually make people feel something, they didn't.
Well, I'm gonna throw a tangent at you here. One thing that bothered me once they mentioned it and bothered me through the rest of the movie was the Asian guy's name was Yao Ming, and all I could think about was the basketball player. Like, why would you name this guy Yao Ming? Like, out of all the names you could have given him, that just made me like. I just kept thinking about, oh, the basketball player's going to be in this movie. That was hard.
Fine then, but
Yeah. So Riley, give us your character. You would spin off into their own show, or give us a sequel, prequel pitch.
I mean, I don't know, like something not with these main people. Like, I don't know, take like
like Yannick, he should have his own movie where he's fighting people.
Like take the detective or someone to actually, like, if you want to do a sequel or a spinoff, and like, I think the concept of talking about the economic part is a good concept. I just don't think they executed it well at all. So taking the detective and turning it into maybe his investigation and how he finds out things and stuff, maybe that could be more interesting or something.
yeah, I would definitely go for the judges that they actually like they investigate all the cases. I would have done like something like that because, I mean, yes, like we know that people like take advantage of it. Like, so what? I don't know. It was just okay. Like I like the idea behind it, and you wanted to explain what happened and how, kinda, but they didn't explain numbers or didn't explain repercussions. Like just very, very, very superficially, and that felt weak.
All right. So are you recommending this movie in the end to anyone?
All right. It's a no from me.
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, if you wanna see what not to do, I'm serious. Then yes, and cinematographically, I like it. Like the pictures were.
So since you're familiar with some of the people in this movie, why don't you give us a show, a movie?
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Someone take mine.
You can see.
Oh, you have one? You've seen other things?
I only have one.
So
Okay.
you can see Maria Pedraza in the first season of Elite, as well as Arón Viper. And also, but this one's whatever. This is more for like the young following. If you know Elite, if you want to watch Elite, the TV show, that's for young people. And for adults, I would recommend Luis Tosar. Luis Tosar was Paco in the movie, and I know him for Zelda 111, 211. Let me see. Because he's a good actor, Luis Tosar, and Cell 211, 211. That movie is it's good, and he was his breakthrough. Wait, is his
Big break.
break?
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Riley, you have one for us? Because I don't.
My recommendation is Jose Manuel, which apparently his whole name's Jose Manuel Poga.
Oh yes.
And we watched a show called Burning Body that's also on Netflix.
El Cuerpo en Llamas. Also Spanish, of course.
Yeah, Spanish, but
See.
it was like a murder mystery type thing that was very, very
It was
based on a true story.
It was almost true story. Like the part that we don't know, it's like a crime. It's a crime, like a true crime thing. But the part that people didn't figure, it's like the one that like make up, or they try to like make it with the evidence that they had. So, but it's a very well done. Like Ursula Corberó from Tokyo, from Money Heist, is like Rosa, the main character, and this guy also plays a huge role, and he's good at it, and and he is very good. That TV show, it's short. I think it's 8 or 10 episodes, and it's worth it. Yes.
All right, I'll put it on my list. I just have a couple other things to mention that stood out. to me in this movie. I just wanted to get your guys' comment on it if you noticed it or not. One thing that bothers me in movies is when people write their phone numbers in someone's hand, and that really bothered me. Like, I don't care what year it is. Like, come on, like,
Yeah.
you really got to write the number in the hand.
You write it down.
Yeah, you like write it on a napkin. If you have a pen, you can get a napkin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for agreeing with me. And the two guys, when they were always partying together, why are they always having sex in the same room? Like, I didn't understand it. Like side by side every time. Hey, let's go party and get some girls. Okay, let's have sex side by side. Like,
it was
too much. It was really, really too much.
It was the way to portray how savage they were, you know.
okay, yeah, how wild and
Ridiculous.
yeah. And there's
I don't know. I felt like
Every time those scenes came on with the party, I was like, forget it. I don't care about the next like 2 minutes of filming.
whatever, you rewound and watch it again. Zoomed in.
that's what happened.
Uh
Explicit scenes.
yeah, really explicit scenes. And the last thing, the girl was like, I'm old enough to make my own decisions. What's the star's name?
Maria Pedraza.
Maria. She's like 30. Like, why wouldn't she make her own decisions?
Yeah.
They're just weird.
It's because when you like daddy's girl, like, and you like rely on his money, so I guess they have this, you know,
So she can't date at all unless she. Like,
no, yeah, of course she can, but kind of like he supervises every move, so that's why.
So he knows exactly who she's sleeping with. Is
What did the dad do to him because he was dating him? Nothing. Which is like
Yeah, it's true.
you know, like, nothing happened.
He talked a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Anyway, yeah, cool, awesome. Anything else you want to bring up on this movie before we wrap it up?
No,
Don't watch it. Just
Nothing
stay.
more to say.
Yeah, nothing more. The Courier on Netflix.
Burning Body, though, if you want to see something good from Spain, watch Burning Body.
there's a lot of good movies.
I'm just saying,
Honestly,
from what I've seen, that show is on Netflix. It's very accessible.
you watch Money Heist, right?
I attempted to watch Money Heist.
What? You never?
I watched the first season, and then when they still were in the bank after the first season, I was like, I can't take any more of this.
So it's worth it. That one is worth it. I think it's worth it in Spanish and not in English. But
It's like, why are you still in the bank 10 episodes later? Like, did nothing happen? No progression.
because it takes time to do it well. You finish it and then you.
I'm saying, what if you got canceled after season 1 and you're still in the bank? What, you don't, like, wrap it up.
That's why they didn't finish it, because they wanted to have a season 2. They wanted people to pay for it.
All right. Sarah, give us a shout of the week so I can go. Thank you.
My shadow of the week. Randy goes first.
Why? Because you didn't think of one?
You want me to go first while you think of one?
Yeah, you go first.
I'm going to give a shout out to who we were talking about today, Ana de Armas. The trailer for the ballerina hit today. It's a John Wick spinoff, and it looks awesome. So we're going to be checking that out at some point. Ana de Armas.
Nice. I'm gonna give my shout out. It's like the weather's been kind of crappy, but I'm a little excited about fall. I mean, it being like that kind of weather and some cozy like sweatshirts and stuff. So that's my shout out.
Her and Charlie always go to the weather when they can't think of anything. And now they have 2 weeks to prepare for it. Go ahead.
So means my birthday's coming.
All right. Happy birthday. January 2nd?
Another month. Come on.
Oh. Okay. Go ahead. Sarah.
My part is for like, even though this one wasn't very good movie, shout out to Spain, like cinematographers, because they tried to step up and try to make something. Which yeah, it's very like difficult to beat like America's industry. Not to beat, but at least like get the same level. So because you have so much like already experience and there's so many, you know, people like compete here and you just like the top ones, they're like get released. They're just like, you know, when you get the budget, like just go kind of.
But I'm surprised Netflix sponsored it.
because it's because the actors are famous and they have following. So if you look, I just watch it because of these two, because I know Arón Piper and I know Luis Tosar, and well, I know all of them basically. But because I like their work, I like Luis Tosar work, I like Jose Manuel era, the other guy, the blonde blue eyes guy, and I wanted to see what Maria Peraza has done lately. So that was why I watched it, not because the name of the title was like appealing to me. It was like whatever. So
You just wanted to watch it for the blonde hair, blue eyed guy. Cool. All right.
oh, it's because I like his acting. Not
Yeah.
even working. I don't even think that he's handsome.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. We will see you next time when we will have a more engaging movie, hopefully. Rebel Ridge, also streaming on Netflix. So,
For it.
We'll see.
Wait.
well, I picked it, so it's going to be great. So, thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next time. For Riley, Sarah, and Charlie, wherever you are. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Adios.